Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmate. This is our group report presented by Group 4. Now, let's meet the members of the group. Vanessa, Aubrey, Ivy, Hannah, yours truly, Cyril, Nika, Melody, Aisha, Vanessa, and Jishane. Now let's proceed to the given topic, Chapter 9. Now, we were about to discuss the mice industry meaning and importance. Let's proceed to the next slide, which is the objectives. First is to explain the meaning and importance of the mice industry. Second, describe the evolution of the mice industry. Third is to clarify the difference between meeting, incentives, convention, and exhibitions. The fourth is to discuss the key players in the mice industry. Fifth is to describe the emerging trends in the mice industry. The last one is to expand the employment opportunities in the mice industry. MICE. M stands for meeting, I stands for incentive, C stands for convention, and E stands for exhibition.
Let us discuss the importance of meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions, o mas kilalang MICE. Isang katangian ng mice industry ay ang potensyal nitong manghikayat o mang-attract ng mga national or international visitors. Ang mga bisita ng mice events ay kinukonsidera bilang participants, delegates, or attendees. Ang MICE events ay nagbibigay ng mga karagdagang benepisyo sa isang bansa para bumuo ng mga business opportunities, education, at training. Ang mga events na ito ay related sa mga business and professional activities katulad na lang ng mga travel agency, creative design services, catering services, marketing, logistics, at marami pang iba. Karaniwang nangyayari o ginaganap ang mga aktibidad ng MICE during the peak season of leisure travel. Kaya naman kapaki-pakinabang ang mga ito sa mga hotel, resorts, and restaurants in offsetting the low and off-peak business periods. Ang industriya ng MICE ngayon ay kinikilala bilang isang mahalagang aktibidad ng negosyo para sa mga korporasyon at asosasyon. Isa rin itong mahalagang segment ng merkado para sa mga supplier ng mga serbisyo sa mga customer nito. Sa kasalukuyan, ang mga dumadalo sa konbensyon ay gumagastos ng humigit kumulang 50% more than the leisure traveler. It is for the reason that great emphasis has been placed on attracting meetings and conventions to cities all over the world. Mahigit 1,000,000 meetings, conferences, and conventions ang dinadaluhan ng 81 million na tao kada taon, na nag-aambag ng higit pa sa $50 billion taon-taon sa ekonomiya. Kahit sa isang mabagal na ekonomiya, ang mga kumpanya ay patuloy pa ring nagpupulong-pulong at hindi bumababa ang demand sa paggasta ng mga korporasyon. Meron din tayong employment in the industry and economic contribution to local communities, provinces, and nations. The second one is direct foreign currencies earning from international participants, daily expenditures on accommodations, food and beverages, souvenirs, and etc. The third one we have is stimulate the investment, both from domestic and overseas investors. And the last one we have invest in MICE facilities and invest in other facilities, basic infrastructure and other industries.
Thank you, and now let's proceed to the incentive of MICE industry. Incentive travel is a management tool for rewarding and motivating sales representatives, dealers, distributors, production workers, support staff, and in some cases, customers. The company rewards sales representatives who reach sales targets by sending them on trips. Usually, the incentive trip comes with hotel stays, tour packages, and planned activities such as dinners, parties, and games. Basically, incentive travel does not have any business related activity. The incentive travel market is mature in the US and Europe, and it's developing in Asia, especially in Singapore and Japan. Incentives are rewards for achievement used by corporations to motivate employees to higher sales effect. It may be in the form of goods or trips to glamorous and exotic places. Incentive managers devise programs which involve employee competition and gives rewards to the highest achiever. Travel rewards are one of the best incentives. Merchandise is another incentive. Creativity is very important in the incentives business. Incentive managers must continuously come up with new ideas to motivate employees to improve their performances. So when we say incentives, these are the words that given to employees to motivate them to work more or to be more productive. Incentive can be a form of travel or it could also be form of goods. So there are companies who provide money as a form of rewards. Some are providing gifts and some also provides travel benefits. Travel is the most expensive types of incentives. It also the best for most employees because when traveling, you experience more different activities and even exotic places. So here's the things that we should consider when planning incentives. Number one, we have setting specific goals. So what is the purpose of having these incentives? Number two, we have measuring performance. You need to measure the performance of the employees whom you're going to give the incentives. Number three is communicating standards for to participants. So what should they follow for them to get the incentives? Number four, choosing rewards appropriate to the participants. So when your employee is old, the type of traveling will depend on age of your employee or it depends in their ability for or performance. If they are ladies and you're gonna give them goods, it should be appropriate also for them. If their performance is very high, you should give them the high incentives for them to be more motivated to their work. And number five, celebrating achievements. At least you should recognize your employees among their colleagues. Now let's proceed to the factors behind incentive travel decisions. We have incentive budget economy. How strong is the economy in the country in which the sponsoring group is headquartered? And next one is the buying power. Strength of the exchange rate in the countries being considered as the destination for the trip. And you have political climate, travel alert for the destinations with political turmoil. Safety and security, terrorist alert levels after the 911 incident, value how do your facilities and services compare with other choices of destinations, uniqueness of experience, takes into considerations whether these participants have experienced this type of trip before.
Now, we were going to tackle about conventions. Similar siya sa meetings. Ito yung ang convention ay gathering of people which have a common objectives. Nag-organize siya ng ideas, views, information of a common interest to the group. An organization, usually an association, will organize a convention each year with a theme related to the organization topic. Those interested in registering for the convention can pay the association a fee for all session, discussion, food and beverage, dinners, and site visits. Ang particular na convention ay nagko-consist siya ng variety of events. Include na lang yung congress or large-scale regular trade gatherings and conferences or small-scale gatherings and aim at information sharing. Ang next naman is conferences. Pag sinasabi nating conferences, ito yung conferences with a small exhibition attached. Ang one-to-one events. Ang one-to-one events naman ay premium network. All convention can be organized into different levels. Pwede itong sa international, national, at pwede rin ito sa regional. A typical convention has the following format. First is welcome registration. May registration siya kasi matututo ka sa convention na yon, and then may pagkain, workshop na nandun sa loob ng convention. Kaya may registration. Number 2 is introduction of the president of the association. Ipapakilala kung sino yung president na namumuno sa association. And number 3, syempre president welcome speech. I-welcome kayo ng president. Fourth is the first keynote address by a speaker. Ito na yung mga topics na importante, and then yung central topic na magagawa sa convention. And 5 is exposition booths open. 6, several workshops or presentation on a specific topic. Number 7 is luncheon. 8, more workshops and presentation. 9 is demonstration of special topics. Number 10 naman is vendors, private receptions. 11, magdi-dinner na. Dinner. And then, ang 12 naman, it is the closing of convention center closes. May close na siya.
Exhibitions. Exhibitions are activities organized to show new products, services, and information to people who have an interest in them, such as potential customers or buyers. The company showing their new products, the exhibitor typically rents an area from the organizer and set up a booth to meet with potential buyers. The buyers or the public need an invitation or a ticket to be allowed into exhibition. Exposition or exhibitions are events designed to bring together suppliers of product and services who will demonstrate their products and services to the attendees in order to make sales or establish contacts. Expositions need several 100,000 square feet of space. divided into both for individual manufacturers or their representatives.
The evolution of MICE. The meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions industry, or MICE, is young, related to the tourism and hospitality industry as a whole. With the introduction of Boeing 707 in 1958, the airplane provided an affordable and cost alternative to cars and trains. The jet age stimulated business and leisure travel. The intense construction of hotels and convention centers began in the 1970s. The features added to attract convention participants were the removal of interior posts, barrier-free space, flexible walls, and improved lighting. In the 1980s, cities began to build convention centers to host large conventions and expositions. The large convention center was built in 1989 with approximately 1 million square feet of flexible meeting space. In recent years, the meeting, conventions, and incentive travel industry evolved into an even wider representation of several spatial sectors of tourism to encompass exhibition and events.
We will now move forward to the next part, which is the key players in the MICE industry. Convention and Visitors Bureau, or CVB, are major participants in the meetings, conventions, and expositions market. A CVB is a Convention and Visitors Bureau or Tourism Bureau. These organizations are usually non-profit and provide education and resources to local communities and travelers with the aim of promoting travel to a location, events, and conventions in the area, and other hospitality business. A CVBs are funded by a mixture of membership fees, hotel and occupancy taxes, and allocations from regional and state governments. Their services and resources are typically free for event planners, hospitality venues, corporations, and individual travelers. The IACVB describes as a CVB as a not-for-profit organization that represents an urban area that tries to solicit business or pleasure-seeking visitors. It represents the various industry sectors: transportations, hotels and motels, restaurants, attractions, and suppliers. It has the four responsibilities. Number 1 is to encourage groups to hold meetings, conventions, and trade show in the area it represents. Number 2 is to assist groups with meeting preparations and give support throughout the meeting. Number 3 is to encourage tourists to participate in historical, cultural, and recreational opportunities offered by the city. And the last one is to develop and promote the image of the community it represents. Moving forward to the next part.
Meeting planners may be independent contractors who offer their services associations and corporations as the need arises, or they may be full-time employees of corporations or associations. The professional meeting planner makes hotel and meeting bookings and ensures that the services contracted have been delivered. The following are the activities of the meeting planners. First is plan meeting agenda. Second, establish meeting objects. Next, predict attendance. Set meeting budget. Select meeting site. Select meeting facility. Select hotels. Negotiate contacts. Plan exhibitions. Prepare exhibitor. Correspondence and packet. Create marketing plan. Plan travel to farm site. Arrange ground transportation. Organize shipping. Organize audio-visual. Pre-meetings activities. A gathering in the run-up to an official meeting in which details of the official meeting are discussed. Here are some pre-meeting activities. First, estimate attendance. Second, plan meeting agenda. Third, establish meeting objects. Fourth, set meeting budget. Fifth, select city location and hotel convention site. Sixth, negotiate contracts. Next is on-site activities. Increase engagement between customers, prospects, employees, sponsors, and exhibitors. Attendees use mobile events, apps, and event websites to determine what companies will be an event and who will they need to set meetings with. Here are some activities. First, conduct pre-event briefing. Second, prepare executive plan. Third, move people in or out. Fourth, troubleshoot. And last is approve invoices. Post-meeting activities. The foundation for building future events that meet and possibly exceed client expectations. Attendees are the largest source for gathering insight into what worked and what didn't, valuable information for securing, returning, and new business. Here are some activities. Debrief, evaluate, provide recognition and appreciation, arrange shipping, plan for next year, plan exhibition, prepare exhibitor correspondence and packet, create marketing plan, plan travel and prompt site, arrange around transportation, and last is organize shipping.
Ano nga ba ang convention centers? Convention centers are large facilities kung saan dito ginaganap ang mga pagpupulong at exposition. Parking, information on services, business center, food and beverages, and facilities ay kasama na rin sa loob ng centers. Ang convention centers ay karaniwang mga korporasyong pag-aari ng lungsod o pamahalaan na pinapamahalaan ng isang lupon ng mga hinirang na kinatawanan mula sa ilang grupo na may sariling interes sa matagumpay na operasyon ng mga centers. Ang board ay humirang ng isang pangulo o pangkalahatang tagapamahala upang patakbuhin ang mga centers according to its mission, goals, and objectives. Ang mga convention centers ay may ilang mga exposition at meeting rooms upang mapaunlakan ang malaki at maliit na kaganapan. Ang mga centers ay nakakakuha ng kita mula sa pag-upa ng espasyo na hinati sa mga booths. Ang isang booth ay mahigit kumulang 100 square feet. Ang karagdagang kita ay mula sa pagbebenta ng mga pagkain at inumin, pagrenta ng concession stand at mga vending machine. Maraming center ang may sariling mga subcontractor na humahawak sa staging, construction, lighting, audiovisual, electrical, and communications. At meron din tayo ditong example ng isang convention center which is the Rhode Island Convention Center. And it is located downtown Providence, which is the capital of US. The Rhode Island Convention Center is within 1 mile of 2,800 hotel rooms. They are capable of hosting trade shows, consumer shows, exhibits, reception, banquets, meeting, and of course, convention. A convention center can generate millions of dollars into the economy of the city which it is located.
Moving on to the next part, which is the event management. The events in large convention centers are planned many years in advance. The Convention and Visitors Bureau is responsible for the booking of conventions more than 18 months ahead. The marketing and sales team of the Convention and Visitors Bureau and the convention centers work closely with each other. As soon as the booking becomes definite, the senior event manager assigns an event manager to work with the client throughout the pre-event, event, and post-event. A contract is written based on the event profile. It is the event document which stipulates in writing all the client's requirements and gives important information such as which company will act as decorator, subcontractor or install carpets and set up booths. After the contract has been signed and returned by the client, the event manager will make follow-up calls for 6 months before the events to finalize security, business services, and catering arrangement. The event manager is the key contact between the center and the client. The event management means planning, arranging, and execution of the events. There are various kinds of events management services are available. Some of them are conducting exhibitions, products or brand launch, arrange conference, and etc. The event management is advanced method of advertisements. The whole concept of event management is one of the most advanced and significant forms of marketing or advertising products or brands. The organization process is necessary process in the event management services. The event management process involves organizing for a person or a professional event like fashion shows, seminars, product launch, wedding, exhibitions, and etc. In this modern world, event management is the necessary one to organize an event, which are planning, financing, concepts, decorations, and etc. And the opportunities in this field also getting increased. Moving forward to the next part.
Specialized services. Several companies offer specialized services such as transportation, entertainment, audiovisual, escorts and tour guides, convention setup, and destination management. These industries may benefit from MICE business by offering their services and facilities to the planner and attendees of MICE events. Hotels are the main suppliers of MICE and the main beneficiaries as well. Next is we have the professional associations. Since the MICE industry has grown, several professional associations have emerged. We have this following. The first one is the Convention Industry Council. The Convention Industry Council, or CIC, was founded in 1994 as an umbrella organization for 4 professional associations which represents hotels, convention centers, and association executives. Their purpose was to address the professional concerns of all industry groups and offer certification of meeting professionals, or CMP. At present, the CIC members consists of 30 national and international organizations representing 81,000 individuals as well as 13,000 companies and properties. Formed in 1949 to provide a forum for member organizations seeking to enhance the industry. So CIC facilitates the exchange of information and develops a program to promote professionalism within the industry and educates the public on its profound economic impact. In addition to the CMP program, CIC is also responsible for the APEX, Accepted Practices Exchange Initiative, the Hall of Leaders, and the CIC Economic Impact Study. The next one is the European Meetings Industry Liaison Group, also called European Alliance of the CIC. It is composed of 5 groups, namely International Association of Conference Interpreters, the International Congress and Convention Association, the International Association of Professionals International, and the European Federation of Conference Towns. Well, the group provides a unique bridge between civil society organizations and the European institutions, enabling civil dialogue and promoting participatory democracy. It is a channel through which civil society can discuss and influence the EU agenda and decision-making processes. The liaison group is involved in organizing joint initiatives and events, as well as hearings, conference, and workshops on topics of shared interest. Its major annual event is the Civil Society Days, held jointly with the EESC. The third one is the International Association of Professional Congress Organizers, IACPCO. So the IAPCO was founded in 1968. Its headquarters is in Belgium. It has members from 52 companies as well as individual members. Majority of the members are from Europe, but there are members from Australia, the USA, Canada, Latin America, and Middle East. When this these companies represents professional organizers and managers of international and national congresses, conventions, and special events. IAPCO is committed to raising standards of service among its members and other sectors of the meeting industry by means of continuing education and interaction with other professionals. So IAPCO has members worldwide whose activities are monitored on an annual basis. As a result, IAPCO membership offers a unique quality assurance recognized by conference clients and suppliers all over the world. The fourth one is International Congress and Convention Association, ICCA. So ICCA was founded in 1963. Its headquarters is in the Netherlands. The ICCA has very strict guidelines which require members to conduct meetings in at least 4 different continents. It has members from 100 countries, which include convention centers, travel agents, airlines, and other industry-related services companies. So the ICCA is a non-profit trade organization whose primary purpose is to be the global community for the meetings industry, enabling its members to generate and maintain significant competitive advantage. The members are divided by the type of the company into different sectors, which include destination marketing, meetings management, meeting support, transport, venues, and honorary members. The member companies and organizations situated in the same geographical area are divided into chapters. The divided chapters include African, Asia Pacific, Central European, France, Benelux, Iberian, Latin American, Mediterranean, Middle East, North American, Scandinavian, and UK or Ireland chapter. The purpose of dividing the members into sectors and chapters is to enable networking between those members which have certain aspects in common in order to enhance their business activities in the industry. The fifth one is the International Federation of Conference Towns. Like the ICCA, it has very specific membership guidelines which require cities to have conference facilities that can accommodate at least 300 participants, proper equipment, traditional meeting services, satisfactory hotel accommodations for at least 300 participants, necessary transportation, team of experts in conference organizations, proof that it has hosted at least 5 international conferences for the past 3 years. The European Federation of Conference Towns is the one-stop reference source for your next meeting in the 100 leading cities. Its main ambition is to be a focal point for the youthful European conference industry. EFCT maintains a friendly service with meeting planners from all over the world and or just around the corner, and helping them identify and enjoy ideal destinations and venues from among their membership in 35 countries. 6 is next International Association of Convention and Visitors Bureaus, IACVB. The IACVB originated in the United States. It has several international members. Their most common services are destination information services, supplies networks, and housing assistance programs. Well, the IACV's annual convention provides an arena for an open exchange of ideas and experiences. The research arm of the IACVB sponsors studies on important facets of convention and visitors bureau management. The IACVB's consultant team provides counsel to existing convention and visitor bureaus. Number 7 is Professional Convention Management Association and Meeting Professionals International, which is PCMA and MPI. The PCMA and MPI are professional associations for industry professionals. They provide education programs and have excellent publications and resources. Meeting Professionals International, or MPI, is the largest and most vibrant global meeting and event industry associations founded in 1972. The organization provides innovative and relevant education, networking opportunities, and business exchanges, and acts as a prominent voice for the promotion and growth of the industry. Next is the Foundation for International Meeting, FIM. The FIM was established in 1983. It is focused on MICE, industry organizations which conduct international meetings. FIM offers several educational travel opportunities and a unique trade mission program that links members with their counterparts in other countries. The MPI Foundation funds education and industry research that drives the success of meeting professionals. The MPI Foundation is a non-for-profit organization that shall fund grants, basta yun, scholarships and pan-industry research in support of the global meeting and event industry. Last is the American Society of Association Executives, ASAE. The ASAE was established in 1920. The headquarters is in Washington, D.C. It has more than 35,000 individual members who manage professional trade and philanthropic association which serve more than 287 million people and companies worldwide. Well, the mission of the American Society of Association Executive is to promote the value of associations to society and to support the professionalism of the individuals who lead them. Major events companies. Major events producers are another type of destination management company. These companies produce sophisticated and highly technical events such as the Super Bowl and Olympics, and political events such as the Democrat and Republican national conventions and presidential inaugurations. These are usually high-tech, high visibility, and many have components that are dangerous without proper precautions. A high level of technical knowledge is required to organize this type of extravagant events. Well, hosting various types of events is a regular business practice for many organizations. Major events can be challenging as it requires a range of skills and specialized knowledge. Next is the special events market. Special events market. Special events are very important to the attendees of meetings, conventions, and incentive programs. They encourage networking among attendees, build camaraderie within the group, and provide memories that last for years. The special events during a convention are the most memorable part of the program. It gives status to the sponsoring organization. Companies that provide destination services are very creative and imaginative. They focus on festivity and amusement. Whereas the application of project management to the creation and development of small and or large-scale personal or corporate events such as festivals, conferences, ceremonies, weddings, formal parties, concerts, or conventions. Now here we have the types of events in the special events market. First is the corporate events. Corporate events is incentive programs, product introductions, building openings, recognition events, anniversaries, retirement, groundbreaking, and ribbon cuttings. Example of it is the board meetings and shareholder meetings. Well, they held annually, biannually, or even quarterly. These two types of meetings can be small internal meetings of board members or prestigious large-scale business events for shareholders that range in size depending on the size of the company and shareholder turnout. The next is meeting, conventions, expositions. The opening ceremonies, gala dinner, dances, opening receptions, award ceremonies, team events, trade shows, and expositions. Well, conventions are large-scale events that focus on education and knowledge. Expositions or expos are focused on a trade show environment where companies can show off their products. Third is the public events. Parades, fireworks, displays, festivals, fairs, inaugurations, swearing, ceremonies, holiday observances, military ceremonies, and sporting events. Well, public events means an event which is open to and may be attended by the general public. Fourth one is retail events. Grand openings, promotions, celebrity appearances, and seasonal promotion. Well, in today's world, retailers face increasing competition and eroding margins, and customers have become more and more price sensitive and are trained so to wait for promotional deals. Many retailers have resorted to spending more money on promotions and have increased the frequency of them. In certain segments, like grocery and drug, there is usually a promotion running every week. Also, some retailers pursue an everyday low-cost pricing strategy and do not promote very much. Some retailers option for a high-low pricing strategy, and promotions are a key component of their business model. Fifth is the social or private events. The example nito is yung mga weddings, anniversaries, graduations, reunions, funerals, memorials, births, christening, charity balls, runs, and auctions. A private event is typically reserved for invite-based registration only. Diba? Yung mga invitan lang. Yung example ng mga private events. So.
Emerging trends. There are many developments that will shape the MICE industry. Two of the leading factors are changes in communication system, specifically the internet and its diverse applications, and the changing character of the nations into a global community. The internet provides an accessible format for virtual meeting and exhibitions, video conferencing, and online education. This connection to the cyber world from home or office makes Europe, Asia, and America accessible to the local tourist office. Many corporations have already started the process of globalization. At present, smaller organizations and individuals can equally participate in global integration.
Employment opportunities in the MICE industry. There are many employment opportunities in the meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions industry. The main qualifications are education and practical experience. Persons who possess these qualifications will have no trouble finding a job in the MICE industry. The following are the job opportunities in the MICE industry. First, Director of Convention Services. Second, Convention Service Manager. Third, Director of Group Sales. Fourth, Director of Food and Beverage. Fifth, Director of Catering Operations or Sales. Sixth, Director of Marketing. Seventh, Hospitality Coordination or Coordinator. Eighth, Director of Human Resources. Ninth, Resident Manager. And the last is Director of National Accounts. Businesses are attracted to the MICE market as the events can generate sales and revenue, increase knowledge, and boost employee productivity and morale. MICE tourism also benefits the regional and national economies of the countries hosting the events.